Howdy y'all, I am Ice Gold, and today I am finally unveiling the new best ice gear setup, and as well as the deck. So we're gonna be rocking with that. This new meta is honestly kind of crazy. So there's a lot of things that Ice has had to change as of late. Y'all may have heard me talk about, triple schooling, because Ice really does have to do that. We have to be able to counter dots, and I have decided to weave Storm, so that's good for countering dots. And then we also have to be able to counter shields, because, shields are very strong, and so you build fire accuracy for that. So you get the general gist of things, but it's a little scuffed right now, and you'll see why in a moment. So let me go over the deck first. So this is the deck. I usually copy Cast PVP's decks, except this one I tweaked a little bit because he didn't have any Winter Moons, and I disagreed with that wholeheartedly. So yeah, we went ahead and put in 4 Winter Moons just as a good little 6-pip hit. I still need to max this. I'll try and find my way into some X-Cax Curse Wing Portals at some point, but this is the pride and joy right now. This is a unique mechanic that Ice has right now. This will clear a negative aura on you, and it will put on a 45% ice fuel. That's very strong. So this is the pride and joy of the strat right now, and this is very helpful. And then with Fusion Formulae, we can also fuse it with a trap, which I did in this match, and you can get a Mark of Shoe, which will put on a 35 fuel without having to, clear an aura on yourself. So I think that it's pretty neat. Woe of Shoe is also pretty cool. I've seen it get some use before, because it is a triple weakness, but personally, I am not the biggest fan of that, so I just decided to, especially because it needs weaknesses in main, you can't just use them inside. If you could, it would be too overpowered, but you get the general idea. So Mark of Shoe, I've decided, is the wave. I also have Tempest Wyvern, which would have been really nice in this match. I'll keep it a buck, but I never pulled any of these, so fun. So cool. Maybe Cass, I think, packs 5 or 6 of these, so maybe I should take his word for that. But anyway, that is the main deck. Obviously a lot of braces and stabilizers. I have 6 and then 4 Sleet Storms plus the ones inside, because if people decide to go for this aura on you, that's when you can whip this out, and it's always like it is a very strong card right now. So that's why people say Ice is doing very well, and I would agree with them. So for the side, I also tweaked a little bit of what Cass does. I opted for some more Fire Elves, just because, you need that quick shield clearing ability. And then Elephant is nice against shield spammers, but you don't really need it as much. I really should incorporate some sort of trap counter in here, but I just hadn't really thought of that too much. I think I could reasonably put in Immolates for these 2 Zillas, but meh, we'll figure this out. And then, look, overtimes just in general. You'll see I have Zillas inside and in main. I have 6 Zillas for dots, and then 4 Tritons for hots. Overtimes in general are insane right now, and you need to pack the counters. If you don't have the counters, you are chalked, chalked, because you will absolutely just get mauled by any fire or life that you queue against. You're probably still going to get mauled by life. It's still like a life plus 80-ish matchup. There's been a little bit of reduction, but you're still not going to beat a life. I mean, you could, if you use all 4 of these, maybe, but you get the gist. So you have that. Obviously, a bunch of shields to set up, Scion or Lords of Winter, even though shield counters are very, very good right now. But yeah, I mean, this is the deck. It's not really that important. So yeah, I mean, just do what you want to do. So yep, so that is that's the deck. So I've been talking for 4 minutes, but a lot really has changed, so it's good that y'all are watching. So for these stats, I finally have almost max damage and then finally max pierce. I could go for 85% resist if I had the what's it called? The Forbidden Library Robe, but then that would mean I drop Shads, and I can't triple school as effectively. I would have to drop a Storm Accuracy pin for fire, and yeah, that's not a good idea. So you'll also notice this should be 25, 24, 20, but it's just not, because I only have 4% on the sharp shot. It's a work in progress, so you get the general idea. So very strong resist, good damage, triple schooling. And then, you know, max pierce, that's perfect because 46 rounds down for some reason. I could never tell you why. I really could never tell you why, but it rounds down for some reason. So I'm kind of glad that I finally found a setup that gets you here. So 47 pierce, quite nice. Pretty good block, 800 with 900 to balance, 600 crit rating. It's kind of whatever. And then perfect pips, love that. Really high shads, need that. The massacre of pip conversion on an ice has been kind of sad a little bit, but you're using far fewer odd pip spells. You know, you might use a frostbite here and there, but most of what you're doing is like Shu and Winter Moon and things like Golem and that type of deal, and that's the main thing. So you're using even pip spells now rather than odd. That's what you lean on for the most part. So that's what's up with that. Way over on storm damage, but I have 45 pierce to it, so that's helpful. that's the whole reason why I run the extra sword bids. So there is all of that. That took me 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go over, but I hope you understand now pretty much just how Ice has been playing and sort of what it's been doing differently since the update. So without further ado, I'm going to show y'all this match. It's a long one, kind of, but a fun one nonetheless. Enjoy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, okay, this is a balance, I think, but look, Lucky Ass Bitch by Mac Miller is like actually a really good song. Like, it goes mad hard. Oh, he left. Okay, well that works. I gotta show my love for Mac, and I got some rank for it, so you know what? I'll take it. Love to see that. Alright, this is now a City Morgue appreciation post. I fuck with City Morgue hella. Alright, we got a Death Wizard. Is that gonna be too useful? Maybe not. I'll keep one. Just to do it. But we'll see what we want to do. Otherwise, this hand is honestly pretty good. Just like as a starter. I've got more Lords of Winter. Let's see what he's weaving first. I don't know what he's weaving. Alright, still can't tell, but sure. I'll steal a pip. Never a bad round one move, that's why I pack it. Overall, just a really good move to make on the first round of a game. Always very helpful. Got one of my A-bombs very early, but you know, what can you do about that? I'm not sure what I want to do right now, though. Stabilize probably isn't the greatest of moves, considering he doesn't really have that many pips yet. Okay, so he might be weaving Storm. Might be a little presumptuous of me to say that, but I think that is what we're looking at. Pulled a shuffle early, which is no fun, but oh well. I can take off that weakness with a hitting bubble. Didn't crit, but didn't need to. One thing about this setup that I'm running is that I have like no HP. Y'all probably saw that. I have 13.2k. Like, I am in the trenches out here. It's like, Ice I think is a decent school, but it really could use, you know, like, our stats are just sort of abysmal, and he had the bubble. But it's like, what else could I have done that round, right? So, what can we do? He got a fire pip actually, so maybe he's not weaving what I think he's weaving. But I'll take a weakness right here, and then we'll see what he wants to do. Stabilize is never a bad move, especially if I can pull a shoe. Attenuate's good. I'm actually really outshading him. I just realized that. Let's see what he's doing. Alright, that's going to be a tower shield. So I think what we want to do now... Yeah, he's getting fire pips, so I think... I'll get rid of one surge. I don't like getting rid of surges, though. But, I mean, I'll do what I gotta. So I can frostbite, it's just I don't want it to get instantly, like, cheap countered, you know what I mean? I also want to try and set up a Lord of Winter, if at all possible. But, you know, who can say if that'll happen? We'll see, though. If he goes for an aura, I'll probably attenuate, and then see what I want to do from there. But what's that going to be? That's going to be a blade. Fair enough. So since I've still got him weakened, I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I'll still go for this. He's got the fire pips, and you know, I mean, okay, so trap is good just in case I can pull a shoe. I mean, I've got to pull so many things. I think, well, I don't know what I want to do yet. I don't have a wyvern. I think ultimately we're going to see some more pyre dragons than we're going to see things like fire elf, that type of deal. What are we looking at here? Just a poison, fair enough. He had a weakness on that, so I'm totally fine with it. What are we looking at in terms of pips? Okay, so here's what I think we do. I am going to take a Frostbite now, and then put the pressure on him, and then I'm going to Lord of Winter with 3 shields. That's going to be the play. Wait, can I even do that? No, I can't. I'd have 9 pips. Oh well. Let's go ahead and get a fire pip. This is good, but I want to see what he does. Because I only want to do that if he goes for a negative aura. What is that going to be? That is a fire elf. So, yeah, it's just sort of tough, ain't it? Well, what do we want to do? I think... yeah, because all of that's gone, so we probably want to get rid of that. I could Spirit Shield, but I don't think it's the greatest of ideas. I could... no, just for the sake of getting shields on, I could do this. Maybe I can use the Lord of Winter later down the line. Because, yeah, I mean, this was not a good move, but it's what I had. And that's sort of the problem with Wiz these days. You have to make bad moves if your hand decides to give you no good moves. I could set up a tree, but I may stabilize this turn and then see if I want to go for that. It's just the thing is, if he starts going for things like Pyre Dragons, then we're looking at something different. Okay, so I could also attenuate that, which I think is a good idea. So yeah, we'll attenuate. Yeah, let's attenuate, because this is going to be the last tick of the poison. And the fire out damage is really just trivial. So that really doesn't matter there. And I'm not really sure what he would be using right now. But we'll see what we want to do. Playing ice in this meta is a little different compared to what I'm used to. I could Hidden Bubble. That's actually good. I'm saving this just in case he goes for a harmful aura. I may Frost Feather and then go for Stabilize. It's just I'm trying to find a good time to use this Dark Surge because I'm going to be sitting on Shads pretty soon. So what's that going to be? Tower Shield? If that's the Tower Shield, that's perfect. Okay, so yeah, we can absolutely go for this right now. He's getting more Storm Pips. Not completely sure what that's about. But yeah, we'll see. It's just Ice Wyvern and Tempest Wyvern are good here in this matchup because it's like if he goes for Fire Dragons, he gets Blades. If he goes for, you know, Elephant Fire Elf, I mean, shoot, I could do that. That's kind of a mythical pull right there. We kind of love to see that because I can stabilize and do some stuff out of it. But we'll see what he's gonna do here. It's yeah, he can definitely do that. Still, I mean, I don't think it's a bad move to take an A-bomb right here. I mean, I have the Attenuate on him, and I don't want to be sitting on Shads, so I think for that reason, I'm gonna go for it. So, yeah, we can still set that up, but let's go for this. Just really do not want to be sitting on sheds, especially in a game where, you know, I get sheds so much quicker than he does. That's really gonna be a factor. If he starts going for infections and weaknesses, I do have snowmen inside. Yeah, 2.4k, that's honestly pretty good, especially against a school like Death. Okay, so this... Okay, I guess I can't combine these, so I can't cycle. Love that. But I'm probably going to... stabilize this round. And then from there, I could go for a shoe. Not gonna be a blade? That is gonna be a blade. So I like the idea of stabilize quite a lot. Yeah, let's go for it. I do want to pull a bubble of some kind. That would be kind of nice right about now. Especially because he's got, you know... Okay, ask and I shall receive. You know what? I'm fine with that. What's that going to be? Fire Dragon? Fire Elf. Okay, so... Yeah, I am not entirely sure that Scion is the move in a match like this. But let's go ahead and change the bubble. I've no harm in sending just a random base Scion if I ever decide that's the play. It's just the Storm Pips kind of have me on edge. I haven't seen a Pyre Dragon yet, so I don't know what he's waving. That's a good pull. If I don't get anything, I'm probably going to send a Marcus Shoe. Because I'm actually kind of ahead of him. I'm about 3,400-ish HP ahead of him. So we're in a good spot. And then if he has to hidden bubble, then that's another buff gone. Yeah, so that's a net gain for us. Yeah, he had to give up his blade there, and now I'm going to take a shoe. I'm just trying to pull Wyvern at some point. Oh, well, I'll bubble first and then take a shoe. Because if I can pull a Wyvern, then I can pressure. It's like I can shield and then bait a Fire Elf and then go for it. But we'll see. Slate's not bad. It's something I could do out of the shoe. Like, I could just Surge, Sleet. What's he got? If he's got every bubble, then he's got every bubble. Nothing I can really do about that. Okay, so he bladed. Fair enough. So we're going to go for the Mark of Shoe here. We're going to do that. Then we're going to Surge. Then we're going to Sleet Storm. And then we're going to try and take like a base Scion if I can't get a regular Scion off. So that's what we're up to. So Bubbled Shoe. This is honestly going to be a pretty good hit, I feel like. A good 1600. That's pretty good. Widen the gap quite a bit, put some traps on him. I think we're doing alright. I've got 3 Surges in my hand. I don't think I'll actually end up needing all of them. And then I pulled an Elf, which is actually really good. So yeah, we are going to Surge, Sleet Storm, try and do something with that. I have the Elf, so that's helpful. Yeah, that's going to be a Virulence, okay. Fair enough. So it's like, what could he do, you know? It's like, you've got to make plays. He has, honestly, a double buff rim, which is not bad at all, and I don't have anything to really deal with that at the moment. If I Snowman, then that's a good play to make, but I'm going to want to get rid of that. I'd like to not use TCs, because I have to, you know, spend an arm and a leg for it. But, I mean, if he takes it, he takes it. It's a good move. Is that going to be... What kind of Wraith is that? That's a regular TC Wraith. Okay. 1788. It's a decent hit, but you know, if he had the Grim, he'd be in a much better position. So I think for the time being, I'm going to start pulling that. That is exactly what I want out of this. So, yeah. Alright. Let's go for this, and then if he does decide to send the Grim after he got rid of a buff, then he can be my guess. I'll take the Snowman and get some decent damage in, to be honest, and then I'll see what I want to do. What's that going to be? Oh, that's an immolate. Okay, so I don't know where my Wyverns are. They've kind of been hiding, but I'd like to use one of those right about now. Either way, I mean, this Scion is going to do a lot of damage. So that's what we are on about. Let's get some Storm Pips, just in case I do pull the Wyvern. It's like my deck RNG has been pretty decent so far, but it could always be better. So yeah, I mean, a base Scion is still a very strong hit. It's like, even if it is 2 buffs instead of 3, we're still doing quite nicely. And that, I mean, that's 4,000. He can't ignore that. So a Golem's not even bad. That's the first one of those that I've seen. And since I'm getting Shad so quick, I think that might just be the play. What's he doing? Yeah, so that's going to be the second tick of that, which means this is arguably our best move. Then I'll get rid of that since we have more. He's below 2,700, and then this is going to do some pretty good damage as well. But yeah, that was a big base tree. Sometimes you gotta take it. It's sort of like Mist going for base gens, except, you know, you don't really think about it against an Ice or even a Death. He could have gone for an Oni with that Blade and Virulence, and I probably would have been in a much worse spot. Because no matter how you spin it, that's a very strong hit. We'll see if he decides to re-aura. I don't like the idea of using an Attenuate right now. Yeah, he had a bubble. I could Attenuate, and then if he does go for something, then I could take, or if he tries to go for an aura, I can go for a Thieving. And then he would have to answer to that somehow. But let's see what's up. So, alright, what are we looking at? Moon is honestly a very, like, good pull. And I mean, we'll see what he does. If he does decide to go for another aura over that, then I'll Thieving. And yeah, Brace, we definitely want to Thieving that. So let's make the most of the end of our Sleet Storm here and get a Fire Pip out of it. Because at this point we don't really need to Zilla off any overtimes. So we're going to go for this. Get in some cheeky damage while we can. And then we are going to Surge into the Moon. 1071. That's very, very good. If I was running fire stats, I'd say we could finish him off with an elf, but it is just fine if we cannot. Probably get rid of one shoe. I mean, I could shield spam if I really wanted to. I think he's giving up, though. I'll keep it a buck. Yeah, I mean, I am very defended, and I could just go for this and probably just hit through whatever. So that's what's up. Honestly, the Shads were what made the main difference here. I mean, I used an Abominable Weaver and 2 Dark Surges, so just in case y'all were wondering how that went. Alright, so Winter Moon to do the final 389 damage. There we go. Pretty good match. I mean, Ice just really high diffs not in high diffs, it's sort of like a mid diff against the deaf school right now. And yeah, I mean, GG's Eric. Kind of just not much he can really do. I mean, he was running 2-piece Shad, which I thought was honestly less, so, you know, that might say a lot, but it does turn out that he's weaving fire. And then he's running some Storm Accuracy, so he's got some stuff going on. It looks like he's trying to triple school, which is honestly a good idea. It's just the problem is, you know, he's lacking about 9% in damage, and he's running Reaper Boots. Or no, you should be running Xibalba Boots, and you get the same damage, but you get the idea. So yeah, I mean, overall, Death is just not in the greatest of spots in terms of stats right now, because like he has to give up so much damage and resist just to be able to, you know, counter dots, shields, and use his main stuff. So yeah, Death's in an odd spot, but what can you do? I think Xibalba Boots would be a good idea for him to use, because if he were to do this, like, his pip chance would go to 98. And then, okay, well, yeah, here. Yeah, he would need to use the Skyfarer ring, and then I think he would be in a good spot. But that's how it goes. And you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the feel of ice at the moment. It is different compared to what it used to be. This match is still going on. I've been watching this forever. It's like when the person's name is Jade Time, like you know you're in deep. Like. It looks like Wolf is getting a little low on HP. This is a balance versus a liar. Like, she's using fire spells. Like, she whipped out 2 Rains of Fire and a couple Ifrits. So, pray for Wolf Bloom. Doesn't look like he had a lot of health left, but yup, that is going to wrap this one up. Thank y'all for watching. We love Ice PvP. This guy loves Ice PvP. Good choice, Marcus. And yeah. He's using some of the same stuff I am. Good choices. Good choices indeed. So, yep. That's going to wrap up. Thank y'all for watching. I've been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. My Discord is down in the description if you want to chat with me some more. And I will see y'all later.